What's up, guys? We are here in the Memorial de Verdun. Behind me is the Verdun Memorial, dedicated to the German soldiers and French soldiers who fought during World War I between 1914 to 1918.
Located in the hills around Verdun, surrounded by millions of shells, which killed more than 300,000 soldiers and wounded 400,000 in less than a year, is the Verdun Memorial Museum. It retraces the history of the most famous battle of the First World War. It is one of Europe's leading First World War museums, opening in 1967 in gratitude to the work of a group led by Maurice Genevoix, ex-serviceman and member of the Académie Française. Most of the Verdun veterans were approaching old age and they wanted to leave a reminder of the sacrifices made by their generation for those coming after them. So the project aroused an amazing level of generosity. Donations flooded in from veterans associations. Verdun Town Council made its own substantial contribution, and a nationwide call for donations in France proved very successful. The building was built on the old railway station of Le Rue devant du Mont. The stocky, robust building stands on the very spot where the battle took place. Inside, visitors can see photos, personal items, and objects donated by former soldiers or their families. For anybody seeking to feel, understand, and pass on the true meaning of Verdun, the Memorial Museum is a must-see. After more than 4 decades, the building is still a living reminder but worn by time. Modernization was required and the layout had to be redesigned to be more meaningful to younger generations. There are no survivors left to remember the battle. So without losing the essence of Genevoix's work, it became important for the memorial to pass on a new message and explain the battle between the French and German forces to the younger members of society. The museum was briefly closed in September 2013 for extension and renovation. It was reopened in February 2016 for the centenary of the battle. The new layout combines a learning experience, taking visitors into the heart of the Great War and the Franco-German battlefield. So let's go inside and explore. The ground floor. Faithful to the intuition of the founders of the memorial, the representation of the battlefield in 1916 remains at the heart of a visit to the memorial. Encased in a glass cage, a broken screen extends. An unprecedented audiovisual show evokes the violence of the battle, with the convulsions of a land assailed by shell fire. It combines archival images and artistic expressions of combatants, modest and fragile witnesses. The combatants' everyday objects can be found all around in an untreated wooden display cases. Further on, the tracks and cannons of the Sacred Way recall in the noise of the engines and the animation of the archive images. What was the logistics of this gigantic battle? At the end of the first level, the visitors can enter an enclosed space buried under the screens of the battlefield. The intimacy of the combatant, holed up in a shell hole on the front line of the battle, can be approached. Now the first floor. It offers the discovery of the environment of the battle. Like who is leading the battle? How is life going on the French and German rear fronts? What is the role of aviation in the first air battle of history? There is also an exhibit of the destroyed villages, the colonial soldiers, their memoirs, and their contribution to the battle and war. The journalists who covered the war, the religious services and chaplain, the Dumont ossuary. The last part of the visit exposes the heroic action of the health services. The visit ends in the original entrance hall, which is dedicated to the history of the memorial. Now to the last floor, the terrace, or the top floor. Bathed in light, opens into the environment of the memorial. Visitors can access the terraces and discover a panorama. Multimedia terminals tell the story of the battlefield. They present contemporary aerial images that reveal the traces of the war, today hidden by the forest. Temporary exhibition is also accessible at this level, as well as a documentation center. Right now, they have the exhibits of the founder and the people behind the Red Cross during the war, as well as their contribution throughout the years. There are also some artworks inspired by the war and the battle. So that's it for the Verdun Memorial Museum. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Until next time. Bye! So guys, if you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and feel free to comment.
Hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell. Come on, guys, hit the bell
For notifications. And don't forget to share.
and like.